Hi friends. Today's matter pits brothers against sisters, conflicting over the care of their mother. While this is a common problem in families, it doesn't usually involve court cases. Please stay listening until the end to hear if justice was served. Let me share the details because justice matters. This case comes from an email sent to me from a son. Hi Lolli. My brother and I certainly felt alone when going through the court case that we brought against our sisters for their abuse of Mom. I hope this helps some of your listeners. My mom Bonnie was a senior widow with 4 children, 2 boys and 2 girls. We all love Mom and want what's best for her, but we don't always agree. After our dad passed away 5 years ago, Mom had appointed my brother and myself joint powers of attorney for both personal care and property. We were to make the decisions for Mom when she was no longer capable. A couple of years ago, Mom seemed to be getting confused, sometimes forgetting her grandkids' names or losing her wallet. She was finding it more difficult to cook for herself and to use the stairs. On lots of days, though, she was fine and seemed completely herself. My 2 sisters thought that Mom was too confused and frail and needed to move into a long-term care home where she'd get full-time care. They wanted to sell her house and use the money to pay for this care. My brother and I knew that Mom hated facilities and wanted her to stay in her home as long as possible. We stopped discussing the subject of moving Mom with our sisters, but we were closely monitoring Mom's health and quality of life. Our sisters couldn't handle the situation. We later found out that they had secretly booked an appointment with an estate lawyer, and they took Mom to it, saying she just had to sign a few papers. As they know Mom hates conflict, it was fairly simple to get her to agree to go. Mom later confided to us that she didn't know the lawyer or why she was even there, and she was somewhat intimidated by all this, as my sisters were not with her in the lawyer's office, but waiting in the lobby. The lawyer said he understood she wanted to make new powers of attorneys, and he had them ready for her to sign. These papers appointed her 2 daughters as the attorneys. Mom went ahead and signed, as she didn't want to upset her daughters that were out in the lobby waiting for her, and she wasn't realizing that she was creating a far greater family conflict by doing this. My 2 sisters then proceeded to quietly and very quickly sell Mom's home, and they put the proceeds of the house sale into an account with both their names on it, and they moved Mom into a long-term care facility that they chose. We were never notified, and Mom said she was never consulted about any of these decisions. My brother went to visit Mom one day at her home, and she wasn't even there, and the new owners introduced themselves to him. My brother and I were livid. As my sisters refused to admit any wrongdoing, my brother and I were forced to take legal action to attempt to have those new powers of attorney nullified and to return Mom her money from the sale of her home. We thought that the threat of this court case might make my sisters back down, but it didn't. So, in court, while the estate lawyer felt Mom had the capacity to make POAs, he admitted that he failed to question her properly to truly determine this. Also, he was unaware that there were 2 other siblings and they had been Mom's original POAs. We also tried to prove my sister's undue influence to pressure Mom to grant the POAs. The lawyer admitted that he failed to investigate the possibility of this by asking Mom questions related to undue influence. It was determined that our sisters also breached their POA duties when they sold Mom's home without consulting her or us, and by putting the money into an account with their own names on it rather than into Mom's account. They claimed that the money would only be used to pay for Mom's care, but why would they bother opening a new account with just their names on it? After much time and expense for legal proceedings, the judge stated that while it was uncertain if Mom had the capacity to grant the POA changes, my sisters had exerted undue influence to pressure Mom to change them, which therefore nullified the new POAs. My sisters had to return the sale proceeds to Mom's bank account. As we couldn't easily reverse the sale of Mom's home, a nice condo was purchased by her, where she still lives, with help from senior services like Meals on Wheels and bathing care. We continue to watch over her closely, knowing that eventually she may have to move. My brother and I now have a very poor relationship with our sisters, as we no longer trust them, but we are civil with them. They are still upset with us for taking them to court and removing their illegal and short-lived power. Regards, George. So friends, wasn't that a sad case of family conflict? Mom had gone and set up all her affairs in the proper ways, and because two of the kids didn't like the specifics, they attempted to change the POAs and take over, leading to an expensive and unnecessary court case. This family will never be the same, as all trust was ruined by their actions. Unfortunately, this abuse is a bit too common among seniors that have dementia. When someone is vulnerable, we should be taking extra care of them, not taking extra advantage of them. Perhaps you've witnessed this in your circle of family and friends and would like to share in the comment section below. Or let us all know what you think of the sisters' actions and how the brothers reacted. Maybe you are more on the sister's side and feel Mom should have been put into care sooner. Should the brothers have taken her to court, or should they have let the sisters take over the care of their mother? Let's hope that many will learn just how complicated some families are and how manipulative some people are, because elder abuse matters. Friends, our goal here is to share abuse cases so that if you or someone you know is or has been abused, you'll know that you are not alone. While it can be therapeutic to hear other stories, it may also be helpful for you to anonymously share your own story of abuse on this channel and to help others. Just check the show notes below to find out how. And finally, if you found this helpful, please comment, like, and subscribe to grow the channel so that together we can reduce the abuse, because elder abuse matters. Please stay safe, seek help, and know that I am praying for you.